What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to the late night news roundup here on Anfield Agenda. I've kept back a couple of interesting stories that we didn't have time to fit in earlier on today, with a few updates as well. I'm going to go through them all over the next few minutes, but you know the score. I want to know your thoughts. So feel free to let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And of course, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button. As I'm sitting here starting to record this, it's half-time in the Europa League semi-final first legs, and it's looking very much like we're going to have an all-English final. United and Spurs looking like they're about to book their place in Bilbao. Obviously, we're all going to be cheering on Spurs there, right? Come on, Liverpool fans, you know we're going to be cheering on Spurs. Speaking of good news, I don't know why I'm speaking about good news, but I'm going to give you some good news. We have booked that show in Cork as promised. So, you know we're in Liverpool for the Hot Water Comedy Club shows, May 25th and 28th. We asked you guys to let us know where else you'd like us to come along to. Cork put their foot forward and we have now booked in a show at Cypress Avenue. It is going to be August the 8th. It's a Friday night, the day before the Community Shield takes place, which of course the Reds will be in. Ticket and details we will have for you guys soon, but we did promise you, Cork. You show us the venue, we'll show you the show. We've got it booked in and those tickets should be on sale soon enough. Right, let's get straight into the news because there's loads for us to get through over the next few minutes. So, this piece here from Caught Offside said that Liverpool are looking to raise funds by selling Diogo Jota for about £45–50 million. Now, we've spoken about this at length over the last few days, and I can see why Liverpool would potentially look to cash in. Now, there are conflicting reports that say Liverpool don't want to sell Diogo Jota, but honestly, for me, I think if you can move on Jota and Darwin and replace them with some upgrades, I think we should be looking to do that. I'd far more prefer to sell Diogo than I would to sell Diaz on the left-hand side as an example. But it's the second part of this bit of news that caught me off. It's that they want to use the money to pursue a deal to sign Kingsley Coman. Now, there is not one part of me that believes Liverpool want to sign Kingsley Coman. None. He spends quite a lot of time on the injury bench. He has been, getting on in years as well. Doesn't seem like somebody that Liverpool would want to go and drop about 35–40 million quid on. It just doesn't seem like a natural fit for me. These links to Kingsley Coman have been going all the way back from the last international tournament as well. And I just don't think there's anything to it. So for me, I'm saying this one belongs on a certain island. You know where I'm going with it, right? A certain island off the coast of the Mediterranean. Bullshit island. That's where we're going with it. Right. Bit of breaking news here. And this has been reported far and wide today. So I don't know how serious it is. But Arsenal and Liverpool are among the clubs keen on signing Celtic attacker Daiza Maeda at the end of the season. That's according to TBR Football. Again, though, you're talking about a 27-year-old. The piece goes on to say that he has an uncertain future, and I'm not going to put my arrogant hat on again and say I don't want a player coming from Celtic because we should have bought Virgil van Dijk from Celtic when we had the chance. But this one, look, there's going to be far more Celtic fans in the chat that would know enough about Maeda. I don't watch Scottish football. I've got no idea if he's good enough or not. But they say his uncertain future at Celtic Park has alerted Liverpool and Arsenal to the possibility of bringing him in this summer. I would say, for me, that would certainly feel like a very anticlimactical signing if Liverpool were to make it. But you never know in this day and age, especially with our club and how we like a cheap signing. But I'm hoping that that one also belongs in the island that we just spoken about. Now we're moving towards some more realistic stuff. And before I move on to the Harvey Elliot to Newcastle story, just a little bit here on another midfielder that Liverpool have been linked with for the past year or so. This piece here said that Liverpool will need to pay Eintracht Frankfurt around £51 million this summer if they want to sign Hugo Larson, and that's according to reports in Germany. They go on to say a number of Premier League clubs have been linked with the midfielder ahead of the summer transfer window, including Liverpool, Manchester United, Spurs and Arsenal. According to Sport Bild, they say a fee in excess of £50 million will be required to land the 20-year-old this summer. So look, this is where I'm going to ask you for your help as always. In the video earlier on today, we spoke about Angelo Stiller. We've spoken about other midfield options in the past as well. Hugo Larson, Angelo Stiller, which one of these two would you guys like to see come through? And which one would be more suitable to Arne Slot's style of play? As always, I'm going to be honest and say I'm aware of both midfielders, but not enough to say how I think they'd fit into Arne Slot's squad. Price-wise, £51 million seems somewhat excessive, but 20 years of age, obviously has lots of clubs keeping tabs on him. Is it one of these deals that may seem upfront to be a little bit expensive, but over the course of time will turn out to be a bargain? Truth is, I'm not sure. 20 years of age is right in the sweet spot for us, though. So let me know what you think here. Hugo Larson or Angelo Stiller, which one would you bring into Liverpool Football Club if you had the choice? Or would you prefer to go in a different direction altogether? Again, let me know in the comment section. Now, this piece here says that Liverpool, according to Team Talk, are willing to listen to offers of about £50 million for Harvey Elliot. But it's quite who's interested in him that has me perking up, shall we say. So this piece said, Harvey Elliot features prominently on Newcastle's shortlist of projected summer signings, and the St James's Park outfit could push to try and sign a player who ticks all the boxes for Eddie Howe. I think if Liverpool do have to move Elliot on, and I certainly don't want him to leave, as I've mentioned on many occasions, but it isn't my decision, a move to Newcastle will be a very good move for him. I think the Geordies would love him. I can see why Eddie Howe would be attracted to bringing him up there. I still don't understand why he isn't getting more opportunities under Arne Slot at Liverpool. £50 million would be, well, it would be a very hefty price tag for somebody who we spent a lot less on bringing in from Fulham. 22 years of age. Maybe if there's a Newcastle player that Liverpool want, like Anthony Gordon, again though, where does he play if Diaz is staying? So maybe I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5 there. But again, well, I know what you're going to say to me, Craig. You're going to say Isak, right? Come on. He's not coming. There's no way Newcastle are going to sell Isak. If they have £50 million to look to buy Elliot, then they won't need to bring in the money for the likes of Isak. They've obviously PSR clearance there if they do make this move. But I do think it will be a great move for him. Another player who I think would be great to go up to St James's Park is Caoimhín Kelleher. We know that he's most likely going to be sold from Liverpool this summer. As we reported earlier on, it looks like he can rule Chelsea out of the race for his signature, although there will still be plenty of clubs, including some of the promoted clubs like Leeds United, who could be keeping an eye on Caoimhín Kelleher's situation. So look, I think the price tag here of £50 million for Harvey Elliott is one that is, well, more than fair, shall we say, even a little bit generous. And if Liverpool can get that for a player that Arne Slot thinks is surplus to requirements, who would I be to argue? Now, the player himself, as we mentioned, did a piece with the Echo, spoke about his desire to stay at the club. You can understand that. Elliot's a red through and through. He knows the club are going in the right direction, and he wants to stay and fight for his place. And personally, I'd have absolutely no issue with that whatsoever. But to summarise this video again, we're talking about Hugo Larson for about £51 million. If you moved on Harvey Elliott there, then you've got that £50 million back. So that would be pretty much one in, one out. We've also spoken about the situation with the kid from France, Kingsley Coman, who I don't think there's any way in hell is going to come to Liverpool. And I want your feedback on Daizen Maeda, the guy from Celtic. Is he anywhere near good enough to come down to a club like Liverpool or Arsenal? Or is this just, well, the media getting a little bit ahead of themselves? We will be back tomorrow, Friday night, for the late night agenda. Again, we hope you've enjoyed all the football tonight, although let's be honest, with United looking as comfortable as they are, I certainly haven't been enjoying the Europa League action, but can't wait to catch up with you guys tomorrow. Let us know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section. If you want to come see us in Liverpool, you know what to do with those tickets. The link is in the description, and Cork, we will have those confirmation of when you can get those tickets really soon. We'll catch up with you then, my friends. Much love. Bye-bye.